It's a poem that goes viral on social media every year around back to school time. It's called "Cause I Ain't Got a Pencil." It is a real conversation starter about compassion as children head back to school. Take a second to think what it takes for some of those students just to get there.
This is "Cause I Ain't Got a Pencil," written by Joshua T. Dickerson. I woke myself up because we ain't got an alarm clock. Dug in the dirty clothes pile, cause ain't nobody washed my school uniform. Brushed my hair and teeth in the dark because the lights weren't on. I even got my baby sister ready because mama wasn't home. Got us both to school on time to eat a good breakfast. And when I got to class, the teacher fussed at me because I ain't got a pencil.
Going beyond the title, what was the inspiration for you to write this poem?
Okay, the inspiration behind me writing this poem is, I worked with children in the Atlanta area for over 20 years. And I've seen children come from various backgrounds and circumstances. And I've seen children be picked at or even fussed at for not having adequate school supplies. But it's not really the responsibility of the child. Some people go through some very bad circumstances and they may just not have what they need for school. So I try to open people's eyes to be sensitive to the needs of everyone, because just because a child doesn't have a pencil, that doesn't mean that they're neglectful of their education or that they don't want to learn. They just may not have it.
When you walk us through the aspect of the child getting ready in the morning for school, all the things that they don't have.
Exactly.
But I love the part that they still make it, even with the little sibling in tow. Talk about the perseverance of these children that are experiencing these situations at such young ages.
That's the main ideal of the poem that sometimes people miss. It's like there are children, there are people who survive these extenuating circumstances and they're still moving forward. So it could be more than just a child. It could be the teacher, it could be the administrator, it can be you. I meet you today, but I don't know what you went through to get to this point.
Tell us about the heart behind the poem.
And it's just, you have to love them and love them the same way you love someone else. When a child may come from a affluent society or affluent community and they don't have something, people just say, oh, they just don't have it, but they don't judge their character. When a child from a circumstance that they may not make the most money and they don't have something, it's looked at as, oh, they're neglectful or they don't care. So my heart is for those people who are going through any circumstances, that they receive equal and fair treatment.
We thank you so much for being here and just shedding light on this issue and just showing us how to change the posture of our hearts towards our babies, because they are the future. We gotta lift them up.
They are. And I thank you all for this opportunity. And the hope is that people will begin to open their eyes to people who they may not know, or who they may prejudge, or they may stereotype, and lead with kindness and lead with uplifting and building instead of tearing down and destroying.
Such an awesome conversation with Joshua. We have the full conversation uploaded right now on 11alive.com. It was so great to just hear his perspective as a former educator and father of four. He says one thing he wants to stress: this is not an attack on educators, because it says the teacher yelled at the kid for not having a pencil. The original post was shared more than 3,000 times, Chesley.